Who's the leader of the pack? Bringing legacy to you. Legacy, it's true. Stand up, gear up, join the fight. We're as fierce as we can be. With grit and might, we claim the night. We're the Legacy. Legacy Club. Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts we're invincible. Legacy Club.
And voila. Oh, voila. Yeah, there's going to be some microphone jingle-jangle sounds. But it's okay. It's all okay. A-okay. Welcome back, one and all, to the Legacy Club podcast. I'm Justin. Leal. Putting the Leal in Leal Legacy. A.K.A. the Portuguese problem. A.K.A. that's all I got, really. Yeah. Hope you like that new little intro. That new little intro is actually part of a greater composition, which at the end of this episode I'll go ahead and throw in, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it from here on out. I love it. Hopefully you love it. My wife said that is the most me sounding thing she's ever heard. Well, the way she said it is, that's the most you sounding thing I've ever heard. The you being me. Not that you are me, but to me, or to her, me was you in the statement. You get what I'm saying? Ha! Oh, minimalism. Minimalistic setup I'm working with. I've really come to realize that the more minimalistic of a setup that I have, the more motivated I am to do this. Because I'm going to tell you something. Right now, I'm sitting on my couch in my living room in the dark. The only light is the glow of the TV. Honestly, I would prefer having like maybe a candle or a few lit to be some like, I don't know, ambiance while doing this, but that's not the case right now. My living room is a disaster. I have two toddler tornadoes that turn this place upside down on a daily basis. So, you know, I pick it up before I go to bed, but I didn't want to set anything up. I just wanted to set up my recorder, have my mic, have my headphones, and that's it. Now, the run and gun nature of this, the sketchy part, is that I don't know. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter in this context. When I first got this recorder that I have, I was recording to SD cards. And back in the day, when I was doing the watch-alongs to like the Disney movies and stuff like that, the memory cards I was using would like freeze up and they would stop. It'd be like error, blah, 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 and then they would pick up again. And for whatever reason, thinking because that it had picked up again, I believed that within the error pause, it would still record for some reason. I don't know. That's not the case. So a lot of those old watch-alongs for the Disney movies have gaps in them. And I don't know. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad, but they're up. They're up over at leallegacy.com. So you can go check them out if you want. But anyway, I digress. What I'm trying to get at is I got a new memory card. I looked on Amazon, and the memory card, so on Amazon, when you're buying something, when you go down the page, it shows like also bought with this product, buy all 3 for this price. Well, this is the memory card that they were pairing with the recorder. So in my mind, that means this memory card should work. Now, the memory cards I was using previously are the same brand, but I guess like a different recording rate, speed rate or something. I don't know. I looked it up, but my dyslexic self decided this is too much to read, and I decided to stop. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But since this isn't being synced to anything, I guess breaks and pauses aren't going to be super detrimental. I can go and edit those out. With the watch along, because everything was synced, it pausing or it not recording, it would throw everything out of whack. So I inevitably modified, connected the recorder directly into my computer, and that just takes more effort. And honestly, dude, as a dad with the amount of children I have, it gets tiring. Oops, it gets tiring. It gets tiring in this house. We have so many kids here. But I like this. I like that I can get my kids to bed, my wife goes to sleep, and I can be alone in the dark with my thoughts. Be crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. No, I like this. I feel much more motivated to do it the less I have to do in the setup process. One day I'll have a dedicated studio space, studio room, whatever. I'll have a place where this is all just set up all the time. You know what I mean? And it'll be minimal setup then too, because everything will be set up already. And as of last episode, I really was like, screw the video portion of this, and I'm still there. Forget that. No, podcasts are to be listened to. Go mow your lawn, go wash your dishes, drive your car, go grocery shopping. Do something productive while listening to this. You don't need to sit in front of your TV and watch me talk. You know, there's a lot of podcasts that do that, and I like them. I do, but when I listen to podcasts, I'm listening. I'm like doing other stuff. I'm doing dad life stuff, I guess. Or driving, or doing my dishes, or mowing my yard, or going grocery shopping. Anyhow, hey, welcome back. Welcome back, the Legacy Club. Legacy Club. I love that. You're going to hear the whole thing later, but it's pretty great. Yeah, my wife was like, that is the most you thing I've ever heard, ever. And she liked it. And it's great. So what it came from was I wanted something that was, it's the Legacy Club. I'm what pop culture has deemed a Disney adult. And that's fine. That's great. Some people tend to, use that as a derogatory thing, but I take great amounts of pride in that. I wanted something that was very... this is going to sound weird. I wanted something that was like Mickey Mouse Club reminiscent, because that's the idea I have here with the Legacy Club. Leal Legacy Club, Disney, Mickey Mouse Club. You get what I'm saying. I know you do. You're smart. If you're listening to this, you're a smart person. But I wanted it to embody, me. As narcissistic as that sounds, this is my thing. I've developed this Leal Legacy thing, and it needed a touch of me. So it's like the Mickey Mouse Club march mixed with, like hardcore music, and there's a little ditty in there that reminds me of like the music you would hear in a parade at like Disneyland or Magic Kingdom or something. So all in all, it totally encompasses everything I was going for, and I love I love it. I love it, and that's why it's the theme to everything we're doing now. Legacy Club. It's like the Mickey Mouse Club March, but it's our version. So I've Get used to hearing that, because that's what it is. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's been quite a spectacle in the way of I'm a troublemaker. I guess that's what it comes down to. I'm a rabble-rouser. That's a fun term, rabble-rouser. I'm a rabble-rouser. So, if you've been living under a rock, let me fill you in on a little bit of something. A few days ago, almost a week ago exactly, per the recording of this, former President Donald Trump was shot. There was an assassination attempt on his life. He was at a rally in Pennsylvania, and some feeble-looking character climbed up on top of a roof and tried to sniper him down. Well, in just the most miracle of situations, Donald Trump moved his head, apparently, to look at a chart. And in that quarter inch of a head movement, the bullet missed what would have been, I think they said, like his eye socket, and exiting the back of his head, it grazed his ear. And he survived this assassination attempt. It's insane. It's wild. Like, I guess technically, let's see. Let's look something up real quick. I would say a presidential assassination is not something that just happens, all the time. At least it hasn't been a thing that happened all the time. Ronald Reagan. Let's look this up. Ronald Reagan assassination attempt. Forrest Gump. What? I don't want to look at what? Why did Google decide to add Forrest Gump at the end of that was the first search result. Okay, let's see. March 30th, 1981. Okay. So, never mind. I was going to say, in my lifetime, there have been 2 presidential assassination attempts, and that's wrong. This is the only one. This is the only one within my lifetime that there's ever been a presidential assassination attempt. And I have lived through, I think I was at the end of Reagan, right? When did Reagan's presidency end? I want to say I was born within his last term. Let's look. Ronald. We're looking up Ronald Reagan again. Let's see. President to 89. Yeah, so I was born in 1986. So I was in a good chunk of his second term. I guess that's what that would be. So let's see. Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, Trump, and now Biden. 7 presidents. I have lived through 7 presidents over 38 years. And in those 38 years, there's not been a presidential assassination attempt where it was being shot at while on TV at that. This was a very Kennedy-esque situation. Had the bullet actually been, done what it was intended to do, I can't even imagine. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. And, so the bullet grazes his ear. He goes down, and, a bullet grazes his ear. So there's blood. He was hit. Technically, he was shot in the head. Now, there are those people who like to downplay the situation and just be like, he wasn't shot in the head, it just hit his ear. Look, what are your ears a part of? What part of your body are your ears connected to? Your head, right? That's your head. You get punched in the nose, you got punched in the head. You got kicked in the mouth, you got kicked in the head. Like, look, your ears are your head. That's just what it is. A bullet hit the guy's head. He went down, blood everywhere. Comes back up, bleeding, blood running down his face. He stands up, puts his fist up, and starts chanting, fight, fight, fight. And that truly was an unbelievable sight to see. Like, any casual human, when being shot at, let alone being even grazed by a bullet, would go down and stay down. As being a former president, maybe a president again, we shall see. I can't really think of the presidents I've lived through. I can't imagine any of them A, being shot at and getting back up, and B, actually being hit and getting back up. Like, by the time he stood up, they had, neutralized the threat, but they didn't know that was the only threat. You know what I mean? There could have been multiple shooters. When JFK was assassinated, they said it was only Lee Harvey Oswald, but I think it's kind of common consensus now that that's somewhat unlikely. There were probably more than one person. There was probably more than one person taking a shot. But hey, maybe I'm wearing a tinfoil hat when I say that. But at the same time, I don't think I am. Again, I think it's kind of commonplace, common knowledge to presume there was more than one shooter. So with the animosity so many feel towards President Trump, I can't confidently believe that there would only be one person, making an attempt on his life. But maybe there was. I don't know. Nevertheless, there was an attempt made. Dude got hit in the head and stood up to address the crowd that just witnessed this world-changing event and, showed a demeanor of just pure strength and fearlessness and courage and bravery. And it was just, I don't know, man. I don't know. If somebody's shooting at me, I'm not going to get back up. I don't believe I'm that kind of person. If a bullet hits me, even grazes me, I don't think I'm going to get back up. I think I'm going to go down and go, ow, 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 ow. A bullet grazes my ear. I'm hitting the ground going, oh, God, ouch, 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 ouch. I don't necessarily foresee myself standing up and going, fight, 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 fight. Like, bro, that was the epitome of a gangster maneuver. So, all that being said, I, in my rabble-rousing ways, took to social media. For those of you who've listened to this podcast for any length of time, I don't know, I've done a couple episodes titled Counterculture Conservative. And yeah, I stand by that, dude. I stand by that. I'm in no way a participant, a fan, a supporter, an ally of the really wackadoo, far lefty liberal psychoticness. So, ergo, I must be on the polar opposite side. Just by nature. I've never in my life walked around considering myself a quote unquote conservative. I have a hard time labeling myself that currently by my understanding or my youthful understanding of what a quote unquote conservative is. Like when I think conservative, I think haircut, suit and tie, nice shoes, very distinguished, polite demeanor. Like I got tattoos, I got long hair, I grew up a skateboarder, I'm punk rock. Like I'm very counterculture. You know what I mean? I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not like a, I don't have any qualms with the way individuals want to live within their own lives. I have a lot of qualms with individuals demanding that the world around them not only congratulate them but praise them even for their life choices. I think that's crazy. I think that's narcissistic. The line moved. I always grew up thinking I was in the middle. And then the line moved. The middle was was a place where you had to like stomach an abandonment of logic and reason, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play pretend for people I don't know. I barely want to play pretend for people I know. You know what I mean? I play pretend for my kids. My son likes to pretend we hold our hands up to our ears and we pretend we're talking on the phone to each other. I'll play pretend for him, but I'm not going to pretend, biology isn't a thing. Like, I'm not going to throw science out the window because your feelings, that's just not going to be a thing. I'm not going to perpetuate a lie because if I don't, you'll cry about it. Go cry. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not a bad person because of it. I'm not wishing you any ill will, but I'm not going to care. Go do your thing, bro. Go do your thing. I'm not demanding you care about my things. Well, maybe I am a little bit. I'm asking people to buy shirts and listen to podcasts and watch YouTube videos. But I'm not demanding you do it. I'm saying like, hey, will you? And you can be like, no. And I'll be like, all right. And that's where we are now. You're going to be like, call me a woman. I'm going to be like, no. And you should just be like, all right. Don't get up in arms about it, buddy. Bucko. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. So I was pushed over the middle, what I thought was the middle line, onto a side. I wasn't aiming to be on a side. I'm not a team player. You know what I mean? The sports I like don't necessarily have quote unquote teams. I guess there are teams, but there's not really teams, right? Skateboarding, you're out there on your own. You might be part of a skate team, but when you're competing on your own. Fighters, your gym, your training partners, that's your team, but no one's walking in the cage with you. You're in there on your own. Like I don't play well with others. So I wasn't looking for a political team, a social team. But here we are. I digress. So anyway, I took to social media and I stated the obvious. To me, what was obvious? You can hate the man. I don't know why you're going to hate the man. I don't know what the dude's done to you personally for you to hate him. Sure, his personality might not mesh with yours, might not gel with yours. You might not like some of the things he says, but I don't really think he's like come to you personally and spat in your face. I highly doubt it. Maybe he has. I don't know what he does every day, but I highly doubt that's been the case. So hate him, like him, indifference, even for somebody to get hit in the head. Again, your ears or your head get hit in the head with a bullet. Someone is actively trying to end your life, and you stand back up and go, fight, fight, fight. Like, bro, dude, it's madness. Like, it is complete. That's something a madman does. But a madman who, I don't know. Sorry. My phone just went off and it says public safety alert. And it provides a link. Do I want to click the link? I feel like if I click the link, it's going to corrupt my phone. So I'm not going to click the link. But it's a public safety alert. Like, is it warning me that somebody's like roaming my neighborhood? Let's Google it. Public safety alert. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll see if something terrible happens. I guess it'll be recorded, archived for whoever finds it next. What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the public safety alert? Yeah, it was amazing. It was inspirational. It was very, very inspirational to see. Like, I feel when you're growing up and you're learning about, like, America and what America is, that's what it felt like we were seeing. There was like it felt like we were witnessing America in action. Like, when you think of a leader, you think of somebody who would get hit by a bullet and stand back up. And his act of standing back up was to address the crowd and be like, "Hey, look, we're good. We're okay. We're not going down." Like, that was a leader maneuver. That is something Captain America would do. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. You can try to tell me I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. I've read enough Captain America comics to know if he got hit by a bullet, he would stand back up and say, "Fight." That's something Captain America would do. Is Trump Captain America? No. It's too old. He's got more of a Tony Stark vibe to him. Maybe kind of more of a Justin Hammer. I don't know. But anyway, like, that was the embodiment of exactly what we are conditioned to believe America to be. Strength, courage, bravery. Not backing down in the face of adversity. Like, dude. And the photo, like the iconic photo that was taken away from the day. There's a few, but the most iconic photo taken away from that moment is Trump with blood coming down his face, fist in the air, and the American flag flying above his head. Like, that is the most USA photo ever taken. Ever. It's up there with like them raising the flag on, what was it, Iwo Jima? It's wild. Wild. And when we are months away from voting for a person that we want to elect as a leader, as the face of a nation, that's the kind of face you want. You want a face that is going to stand up and say fight in the face of adversity. And I really feel like every single person on the planet can agree with that. But as soon as you place Donald Trump as the figurehead of that image, as as it's him, he did it. As soon as you say it was Trump, they're like, no. What? No, he did it. That's what happened. That's real life. Like, it's more of this denying reality thing that is running so rampant in society. The reality of the matter is, that's it. The guy got shot, stood up, and rallied the group of people who just witnessed him surviving an assassination attempt. Like, wow. So, I felt inspired. I took to social media. And all I said was, I gotta hit more. I typed a lot. I said, I'm a talker. And if you listen to my podcast, you're aware that I've always held a firm belief in the system at play has never been worth playing along with. Right? I've never voted. I've always thought voting was a scam. This isn't what I typed. This is commentary on what I wrote. But yeah, I've always thought Democrat, Republican, conservative. It's just two sides of the same coin. It's all the same nonsense. One vote doesn't equal one vote with the Electoral College in place, and that's always bothered me. You know what I mean? Like, it just never made sense. But here's the next thing I typed. I feel differently now, and I do feel differently now. I do. And my post goes on. The last few years have convinced me that the game is over and there is something much more meaningful at stake than just the red versus blue illusion of democracy. This is what happens when all other attempts at taking out your opponent has failed. When desperate acts are taken this far, the threat of change is real, and for this country to survive, that change is imperative. There we go. I haven't said anything out of line. I don't think I have said anything that many reasonable and rational and logical folks would disagree with. If you have any sort of, any fraction of your finger on the pulse of society, I can't imagine you would disagree with what I just said. So here we go. I continue. I fully understand the state of the culture and understand that my personal stance will inevitably and undoubtedly inspire some folks to develop new opinions about me. My aunt once asked Justin, when have you ever cared what anyone thinks of you? And that answer has always been never, which is true. This is the most, and the photo I posted this with on Instagram is the photo I referenced earlier. Trump, fist in the air, blood dripping down his face, American flag waving in the sky. So here we go. This is the most gangster photo of a U.S. president ever, and I only support the most gangster of humans. I mean, in so many words, I'm saying, when it comes to electing a leader of a country, the dude that had a bullet hit his head and refused to stay down epitomizes what I believe the image of America to be. Not an old man falling up stairs. So just put a little context there. And then because I'm me, because I am who I am, the last tidbit of this post said, if this has soured your taste for me, that's cool. Odds are I never liked you anyway. Which, yes. that last part, yeah, it could be a little antagonistic. I mean, was that part necessary? Not necessarily. But in the immortal words of Jorge Masvidal, it was super necessary. Super necessary. So I don't think I said anything horrifically out of line. I don't think I said anything out of line up until my snarky remark at the end. But even my snarky remark wasn't really like, it's like, hey, if my beliefs here, if my stance that I'm taking here means you don't like me, cool. I didn't like you ever. Which, it's retaliatory, right? Well, 100 or so people following me on Instagram took that as unfollow time. And I got some comments of like, he's a fascist. And it's like, well, I don't think you understand what that word means. But, okay, later. And then somebody else was like, oh, this country's full of narcissists. You're just... He's like, no, I think the guy said, like, stay in your lane. You type things into AI and then post them on social media or something like that. And I was like, okay, but again, I don't think you know what that word means. Because I've shared a viewpoint in a single post on my social media, I don't think that is indicative. I don't think that represents what narcissism is. I do a lot of other things that could qualify as narcissism, but I don't think this thing. I don't think this was it. But yeah, I rocked a boat, apparently, and I knew it was going to happen. I even said it in the post. I knew this was going to shake, rattle, and roll some a certain breed of human, and I'm okay with it. A cleaned house, as my wife would say. She's like, you just wanted a clean house, didn't you? And I kind of did. I did. I'm not gonna be a dancing monkey for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna hide who I am to appease you and what you want me to think or what you want me to believe. I'm not. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be me. And you can either like that or not. I'm not forcing anyone. I'm not forcing anything on anyone, which truly is the exact opposite of the nature of these individuals who abandoned ship on me. I can only imagine, and this isn't, this is an educated guess that the folks who jumped ship on me are also people who would demand that I don't know, they probably got some pronouns that they insist I know about. You know what I mean? I'm sure they got a flag of their own that that I need to recognize and respect. An imaginary piece of cloth that they've concocted to represent whatever. And not a flag that represents a culture, like a country, a heritage. It's a piece of fabric that represents who they like to get weird with behind closed doors. You know what I mean? And I don't know. No. Just no. So yeah. It's been quite the what is it? What do you call it when it's been quite the social experiment, I guess. My phone buzzed again. Is it another? No. I want to know what that was. That public safety alert. I want to know what that was. But the fact that it is, I have to type a link. Because like when you get an Amber Alert or whatever on your phone, it tells you within the alert, doesn't it? Like what it's about. This, what is t.e2ma.net? What is that? The emergency, I don't know, man. But there's been some cyber shenanigans going on as of late, and I don't want to take my chances. You can play it safe. Play it safe. If you ever get an email or a text message or whatever that seems a bit questionable and there's a link provided, never, ever tap that link, click that link, leave the link alone, pretend it's not there. Go about your day, go about your life. Whatever lives on the other side of that link is not anything you need to know about. That's how you get your identity stolen. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying anymore. I want to say I'm disappointed in humanity, but I already was. So that doesn't really truly express how I feel. I'm going to take a sip of water. Hold on. Hang on. Feels better. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. It's always been funny to me that man, just saying like the liberals or the left or whatever, the Democrat, like saying that feels gross to me because of how I've always been. You know, like conservative, Republican, Democrat, liberal, all of it has just always been so dorky to me. Oh, it's just forever. And here I am, man. Here I am with drag queens trying to like hang out with kids. And people are trying to normalize that. And I'm the one that's off. No, dude. You want to be a drag queen? Look, I love Sideshow. The bearded lady is a poster. Is an icon. of the Great American Sideshow. The Bearded Lady, the Strong Man, Lobster Boy, Fiji Mermaid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love Sideshow. I love it. And that's what drag has always been to me. But it's always been a sideshow thing. It's always been a circus act, but an adult circus act for grown-ups. And having them in classrooms and libraries doing story time for 5-year-olds seems a bit off to me. You want to go do that for adults? Great. Have at it. You know, tuck your ding-dong between your legs and dance to Britney Spears. Great. I hope you're good at it. I truly do. But you start doing that in front of my kid, I'm going to fight you. Like, what are you thinking? That's not a place for children. And now if you're a bad parent and you take your kids to a drag show, that's on you. You suck as a parent. But when gaudy men playing ladyface start voluntarily seeking out spaces intended for kids, I want to start checking some hard drives. You know what I mean? There's something weird here. There's something awkward going on that we need to look deeper into. But no. There's folks in this world that want to normalize that kind of thing. And I don't agree. But I'm not allowed to disagree. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to say, hey, something's funky about that. No, I just got to be like, this is so great. So great. Be your most authentic self. Gyrating your pelvis into the face of a 4-year-old. That's totally normal and appropriate, and everything's okay with you. There's nothing suspicious and weird about you. So those are the kind of people that I don't care to accommodate. I'm not going to suppress my thoughts and how I feel because they counter your thoughts and how you feel. We're both allowed to have thoughts and feelings of our own and go our separate ways. That's what freedom is. That's what America's supposed to be. I can hate you, you can hate me. I can like you, you can like me. I can like you, you can hate me. I can hate you, but you can like me. Like we're free to do it all. As long as nobody's being shot in the head. You know what I mean? There's lines. There's limitations. But that's not impeding on freedoms. That's just, hey, trying to kill somebody collectively as humans, we as civilized creatures believe to be a no-no. You no-no? We're supposed to be a civilized people now. This isn't the Wild West. Back when, you know, somebody bumped into you spilling your whiskey, you could shoot them in the face. Like, hey, you know, there was a time and place, but that time and place is not here and now. Oh, bother. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I read you the post. You can go on my social media, Leal Legacy. Instagram, specifically. It's probably up on Facebook and Twitter, too, or X. It's up there, too. Go read it for yourself. You will see that I did not fabricate, edit, manipulate, do anything to the post I made prior to posting it. Or posting it? Post. Yeah, dude. I just said this is a really gangster move, and it truly is. Anybody who gets shot at, gets hit in the head, stands back up after it, and shows a decorum of strength and courage, like, I don't see what's wrong. How is that a bad thing? You know, there's some bonkers people out there who are like, it was staged. The whole thing was staged. It was staged? You know, somebody in the audience died. Several other people were injured there was more than one shot fired. A firefighter, to my understanding, lost his life shielding his wife and child from oncoming bullets. And you're going to say it was staged? I don't think that family believes this was staged. Trump had a blood packet in his hand. He hit his ear. He popped the theatrical blood pouch against his ear. The blood's not what? God, those boosters are getting to your brain, homie. Huh? You're going to question this? But when the government's like, hey, we know there's like a, pretty strong cold going around. Inject this into you. No, it hasn't been tested. No, it's not the way we've done other medicines. What's in it? I don't know. Huh? You're not going to question that? You're just going to go willy-nilly along with injecting this mystery fluid into your body on more than one occasion? You're not going to question that? But you're going to be like, what kind of guy stands up after getting shot at? Something fish. Yeah, the fishy thing is called courage. That's the weird thing. The weird thing is that this dude has a fortitude that not a lot of humans have. That's what's off in this situation. So again, the boosters are getting to your brain. And then there's some other people. There's another comment I saw where it was, don't be fooled, everyone. Wake up. It was glass that cut his ear. It wasn't a bullet. He didn't get hit by a bullet. It was glass that cut his ear. The teleprompter shattered from the bullet, and there was shrapnel that got him. It's like, fool, is that better? I mean, I guess, but it's not. Because the bullet was still intended to end this dude's life. So, if your argument is, it wasn't the bullet that grazed his ear, it was the glass that the bullet broke that it is that cut his ear. Hey, what's wrong with you? What? So your argument is the bullet intended to take his life happened to break the glass teleprompter, causing a shard of glass to hit his head and cause him to bleed. That makes him... That changes the situation to what? There's still blood. There's still injury. The injury was still caused by a bullet, because if you're saying that the bullet broke glass that caused the ear to be cut, it's still a bullet being involved. And that bullet was intended to be embedded into the guy's skull, taking his life. I'm confused by your argument. You're saying it's not a big deal now. It's a lesser situation that it's like, no big deal. Don't be fooled. Yet, again, you're saying don't be fooled by this, but then you wore a mask for how long? Thinking that the fabric was going to be able to stop particles smaller than air? Like, what? The air is going to get through your mask and you're going to be just fine because the cloth is going to catch the dirty? Oh. And these people don't think they're dumb. That's the part that's infuriating to me, is like, oh, you don't think you're stupid. You think you're clever. You think you're clever in this instance after doing a bunch of stupid things. Oh. Look, if you wanted to get shots, get shots. That's fine. That's fine. But to reprimand me for not going along with it is not, I mean, you want me to respect the fact that you're doing it. Well, then respect the fact that I'm not. My body, my choice. Right? That's a big thing. That's a big thing with people on that side of the fence. My body, my choice. Okay. My body, my choice. How is it different? How is it different? How is it different? It's not. It's not different. It's not different. But it's different to you because it's counter to your actions and beliefs. Inspiring doubt. Maybe being faced with a little bit of doubt causes some people to go bananas. You know? Because if you shine a little doubt on their actions, then that's going to shake their confidence, and they're already kind of proven to be weak-willed and weak-minded, and weak-willed and weak-minded folks aren't going to do very well in the face of doubt. Because when they doubt themselves, they get squirrely. I'm feeling a little squirrely. I'm feeling a little, just, I don't know, man. It's the like, you're a bad person because of this. Because like I've been called a bad person, which again, I don't care. That's fine. I've been called much worse by much better. But it's like, I've been called a bad person for not playing the pandemic game. Having my doubts and questions, mostly questions with that. I mean, before I'm going to put anything in my body, I want to know exactly what it is, exactly how it works. I want you to have proven that it's safe and effective through testing, through years of testing even. That was not a luxury provided at the time. Well, then I made a choice to roll them dice and take my chances. And I did. And I was fine. Whole family did. None of us got it. None of us got any sort of injections, and we're all good. So yeah. Do I come off as bitter? I feel like I might be coming off as bitter. Because truly, I'm not bothered by the abandoning of some followers. Like, because again, they're all people that I never. I'm glad that I don't have to worry about encountering these sort of folks that, like, say we took the commentaries into a live show setting. You know what I mean? Because I've had the idea of doing that. There's like a theater near where I live where it's like an independent theater. I was like, I have a past casual acquaintanceship with the owner of the theater, and I've thought about it. I've thought about, like, hey, what do you think about this? We play a movie, you let me talk over it. We sell some tickets. You know, that's something that's always in the back of my mind. Well, I'm happy that, should that be the case, people going into it would know, oh, he's this way. Justin's like this. He believes these things. No one's going to be caught off guard by me. I don't want anyone to ever be caught off guard by me. Know who I am. You want to know who I am? Here's who I am. I have my own thoughts, opinions, feelings, and ideas. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is that we can all be different and just not care. I guess. I don't know. I'm burning myself out with that. So anyway, long story short, yeah, as of now, I am going to be voting in November for the first time in my life. And I'm not going to, there's people who are like, I just want to keep that to myself, who I'm voting for. I don't think that's a way to go. I think if you're going to be doing something, you should, have a little backbone about it. Maybe not take pride in it per se, but be confident in your choices and hold steadfast to them, despite what anyone else may think. So I'm voting for Donald Trump in November. I'm not going to hide that fact, and I feel like I've adequately articulated why. Just from the standpoint, really, I've only articulated just the, I guess the whole, like, bullet thing, the assassination attempt was the thing that, like, really sent me over the edge, because I had already planned on voting this time around, and for, I don't know, man, these last 4 years, or almost 4 years, have been questionable at best, where a walking corpse essentially has been the poster child of the free world. You know what I mean? One could argue what a president does. One can say that, like, there's more than just the president who makes this whole operation run, and that's, yeah, I get that. But there's only the president who stands as the figurehead, who is the representation of, if all the world leaders had a big dinner or a party and they all got together, and I'm sure they kind of do, I would feel much more confident having Donald Trump show up to that party than Joe Biden. You know what I mean? The guy that's clearly succumbing to dementia, some sort of cognitive decline is I mean, there's no arguing that. It's clear as day to even his own team at this point. But it's crazy to me that there's some people who just starkly deny that that's the case. For instance, Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill is the biggest Biden shill, I think, out of anybody on this planet. Like, he shills hard for his team. And I mean, sure, I get it. That's the side you picked. But when there's clear, like, when there are things that you just clearly cannot defend, don't try. Just take the L sometimes. Take the L and be like, he can't form a sentence anymore. I get that. I'm still a liberal. I'm still a Democrat. But the guy in charge can't speak. Like, it's okay to acknowledge that. When you refuse to acknowledge reality, I have a hard time accepting you as a person. I start to see you as some sort of like paid off robot. And it's a bummer. It's a bummer because growing up, I always liked Mark Hamill. I'm a big Star Wars guy. I'm a Star Wars black belt. And Mark Hamill, you know, he is a gigantic icon when it comes to Star Wars. So it's very disheartening to know that, like, in reality, he's kind of a bummer of a person. Like, there's not a lot of substance, it seems, to that individual. Go read his X. You know, go read his X feed. The social media platform I thought he said he was going to abandon when Elon Musk bought it. No, he's still there. Him and George Takei, he's still there too. He said he was going to leave as well. If Elon Musk takes control of Twitter, then I am leaving. No, you... I almost called him the B word. But I try to keep this family friendly. No, you bozo. You're still here. There's a severe lack of conviction. You took such a hard stance of, if this happens, I'm going to do this. And then that happened and you didn't do that. So you don't do the things you say. You don't say the things you mean. Or you don't mean the things you say. Yeah, the other way worked too. It's all a farce. It's all a game. It's all a show. It's all a show. That's what it is. And even if it is all a show, if it's all a show, Donald Trump is one hell of a performer. Put him on the stage. You put him on the stage, it's not going to disappoint. It is going to be entertaining every time. Every time. Every single time. What I find very funny is I lost a significant amount of followers on Instagram, but I also gained a few. And some started speaking up that I didn't know were there, who were supportive. You know what I mean? We still might disagree. Like one individual was like, I don't like Trump, but I get what you're saying. I'm an RFK guy. And I was like, yeah, I like Robert Kennedy Jr. I like him too. I don't believe Robert Kennedy has a chance of winning because the system's messed up. The system's corrupt. But, I see him as a honest and logical option as well. Right up there with Trump. I wish they could run together, honestly, because that would be a powerhouse of a team. But they can't. All these people are people who I respect. And I respect them. I might not know them personally, but they're all martial artists. Like there was an MMA guy that jumped on board. There's a jiu-jitsu dude who I started corresponding with, who I guess had been following me. I'm following them now too, but we it's people who, I don't know, unless you do martial arts or like, I don't know, you're in that world, how do I put this? You know that these people put themselves, they intentionally put themselves through doing very taxing and difficult things. So you understand and respect their personal fortitude in a way that you, because if you do it yourself, you know what it takes. You know what it takes to do that. You know what it takes to put yourself through that. Those are the people that stuck around. People who I believe to have strong fortitude. I hope I'm using that word right. And then you look at the public figure space. Like the folks on the left, every single one of them feel frail. And I'm not just talking physically, I'm just talking about like emotionally frail, psychologically frail, intellectually frail. There's an aura of brittleness to them. And then you see a lot of in the public figure arena, the people who were making similar posts to mine were all like UFC fighters. Like maybe not all MMA people, but they're, Marine, like tough guys, strong individuals, people with a real solid constitution about them. That word, fortitude. There's a strength behind a lot of like all these other people. And it's like, just when you look at it that way, it just feels like all these people on this side seem physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually all healthy. And then on the other side, it's a bunch of weird, decrepit crybabies, whiners, mentally ill to a degree, I'd argue. So it's like there's such a stark contrast between like the teams at this point. It's just bananas. Why you would want to surround yourself with So I felt pretty good seeing that, a lot of people I admire taking the same stance, holding the same kind of like stance I do. It was reassuring, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just throwing that out there. It was reassuring to see. Yeah, so I'm voting for Trump. That makes you mad. I don't know why. I truly don't know why. He's a fascist, he's this, he's a racist, he's that. No, bro, like the dude in there now is all those things. Like, I know you don't understand the meaning of those words, because if you did understand the meaning of the words you're using, you would see clear as day the person the head of the establishment now is all those things you're accusing Donald Trump of being. Buzzwords. You're just parroting. You're parroting things you've heard people who you presume to be smarter than you say. But hey, spoiler alert, they're just as dumb as you are. I can be mean. I can be rude. I'm aware of it, though. Oh, boy. So, hey, man, if you made it this far, then I guess, I don't know. We see eye to eye to a degree. I'm not saying we see an eye to eye when it's coming to the upcoming election. You may not even be in this country, so this doesn't matter to you. But if you don't live in this country, let's play a hypothetical. Someone going for a leadership position in your country takes a bullet to the head in a assassination attempt. Having the bullet make contact with them, it doesn't kill them, but it definitely makes contact with them to the point where it sheds blood. That person does not stay down. They stand up and they say, fight. They look at the people in front of them and they provide they represent courage. They represent bravery. They represent not being defeated. I presume that's somebody who you're going to want to get behind. That's Captain America level stuff right there, dude. And no, again, I'm not saying Donald Trump is Captain America because Captain America is infallible. Donald Trump definitely, he's a businessman, dude. He's done, crooked business guy stuff. But I'd rather get behind somebody who's done crooked business guy stuff than people who are doing crooked politician-y stuff. Everybody's crooked a little bit. And if you say you're not, you're lying. It just is what it is. It's human nature. But to pretend that Trump is some sort of like evil guy and Biden has been nothing but a saint is ludicrous. Anybody playing in that political space, they've all got skeletons. They've all got demons. They've all got secrets. They're all sketchy. Each and every one of them. You don't go for power. You do not seek power if you're just a good person. Good people do not want power. Good people will be reluctant leaders. They'll step up to the plate if need be. But good people never seek power. So don't be fooled by anybody. Don't be fooled by anybody. And I'm not fooled by Donald Trump's personality. I'm convinced by what I witnessed, his actions that I witnessed. Because again, man, the most gangster move by not only just any U.S. president, like just human, just one of the most gangster human I just lost myself. One of the most gangster human moves ever. Modern history. Because before recorded history, I don't know, people might have been tougher back then. Who knows? I wasn't there. But I did see this. Yeah, so hey, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. My back hurts. I've been doing a lot of work on leallegacy.com. Lots of work. Restructured everything, made it very friendly, user-friendly. Very, I don't know, it's nice. I'm proud of the work I've done. Same goes for our web store, legacyclubclo.com. The Clo stands for clothing. Legacy Club Clo. You can find a link to that on leallegacy.com. You can find a link to a lot of things on leallegacy.com. I'm doing regular blog posts now beyond just podcasts. I'm posting music that I'm crafting, songs that are being concocted. Again, I'm posting those with like a backstory of like what inspired the song, why I did put it together, like just cool blog posts, cool posts. I'm doing the same thing to designs that are being found within our web store. For instance, our Monsketeer design. It's a Frankenstein-esque monster with Mickey Mouse ears. Why? Why did I do that? Why was that created? Well, go to leallegacy.com and discover why. A lot of cool designs too right now that I've been putting out there. I'm very proud of the items going into our web store, and you can learn more about them in the blogs being posted. And you know what? I'm not saying visit the site every day, but if you visit the site just once and go all the way to the bottom of our homepage, you can join the Legacy Club. Sign up for our newsletter and be notified every time a new post is made, be it a podcast, be it a blog post. The blog post consists of design, commentary, I guess you could call it, and then the songs, and then like whatever else I post. And then, hey, you like hearing me rant and rave and talk? Well, all the back catalog of all the podcasts is up there too. Our back catalog of the podcasts are up there as well. I might need to figure out a way to make those a little more easily accessible. No, I don't. I already have them easily accessible. Just click on the podcast, the Leal Legacy, the Legacy Club option on the homepage. And that'll take you to current episodes, video episodes, and then, the whole back catalog of when this was called like Skeleton Crew Cast or whatever I used to call these things. Ragnarok. Remember that? Remember when I used to call the podcast Ragnarok? Well, you can find episodes of that up there. And you can also find all the commentaries. I think there are officially there's 399 cartoon commentaries available both on our YouTube page and at leallegacy.com. You can also find the commentaries I've done through the Disney animated features thus far. I'm going to be, when I do more of those, I'll do more of those. That's still a project I'm working on. That's still a mountain I fully intend to climb. So far, I have commentaries for Snow White, Pinocchio, and Fantasia. And when I say commentary, I do mean I'm speaking over the film itself, just like you would find on, the director's commentary on a DVD. But it's me. I didn't direct the movie, but I can sure talk about it and talk over it. So you can find that. What else is up there? I don't know, man. It's kind of like it's like our own streaming service sort of thing. Like there's a bunch of content, tons of content, loads of content. I'm starting to sound like Donald Trump. Great content, loads of content. That sounded more like Paul McCartney. Or John Lennon. I don't know, my Beatles. What was I saying? Oh yeah. If you don't want to find all of these pieces of content so conveniently laid out for you, you can go to our YouTube. And you know what? Go to our YouTube. Subscribe there, because I like to see the subscriber numbers go. The subscriber numbers on YouTube didn't drop. Those have consistently kept going up. So that's nice. Instagram, whatever. YouTube, good. Also, I've rebranded the Vlogentaries to video blogs. Leal Legacy Video Blogs. I know it's not as fun of a name, but it's a more SEO friendly name, so I'm very cognizant of SEO and trying to make things stand out more on the internet so I can get more, this is all I do, guys. This is my job. This is it. I have really thrown in. I'm all in. I'm all in on Leal Legacy being a sustainable venture. I mean, I have other sources of income as well, but when it comes to working for other people, I don't work for anyone but me now. Scary. So help a brother out, dude. Go buy a shirt, a sweatshirt, a hoodie, anything. And there's loads of things I'm putting up, more than just shirts and apparel and stuff. There's going to be knickknacks and items and stuff, things of that nature. So if you want to know when those things hit the shop, you're going to want to subscribe to the newsletter so I can tell you directly. Always keep an eye on it, though. Because I get a little wild. I'll throw something up there and then, be like, I don't want that up there anymore, and I'll take it down. But maybe you liked it. Maybe it's something that you want. Maybe it's something that I didn't feel like I personally would want anymore, but it might speak to you, and don't miss your chance to get it. I'm going to get better. I'm finding better ways to marketeer myself. It's challenging, man. Challenging doing everything as a one-man show. I feel like one of those one-man band guys that has like the bass drum on his back and an accordion in his hands and a kazoo in his mouth and cymbals on his knees and like I don't know, something on my feet, trumpet in my butt. It's just every time I fart, it goes. Okay, okay, no more of this. But yeah. So this is what I do. And I would love your support. So visit leallegacy.com, and, if you can't financially support, subscribe on YouTube. Watch some YouTube videos. Let those ads. Watch some ads. Just play them in the background. Play a playlist. Put a playlist of my cartoon commentaries on, and let them go. Let those ads run, because that's, income comes from there too. Make YouTube pay me. Yeah, feedback, join, subscribe. I think if you sign up on the website, that means you can also leave comments on the website itself. But if you don't want to leave comments on the website itself, leave us a comment on the YouTubes, Leal Legacy on YouTube, or on Instagram, or on X, or on Facebook, or on LinkedIn, or on Blue Sky, or on Threads. All over social medias, every single place on the internet you can be, I am, and we are under Leal Legacy, Leal Legacy. That's all I ask. I hope you were entertained. Are you not entertained? Next episode, we'll talk more about other stuff. It won't be such a Trump-heavy episode. I just felt like being a punk rock patriot this time around. Ooh. And I think just like that, we find the episode title. Punk rock patriot. I like it. I think Stella got her groove back. I like this. I like being able to sit on my couch, minimal setup. Yeah, I dig it. So anyway, yeah, leave a review, leave a comment, subscribe, do all those things. Do all those things all the places. You know what to do. You're a smart person. Remember, if you listen to this podcast now, if you didn't abandon ship when I made my Trump post, then I take it you are an intellectual being. You're better than the rest. So you know what to do. And then that little ditty, our new anthem. That's what it is. It's an anthem. It's not an intro song. It's not an outro song. It is an anthem. The Legacy March, like the Mickey Mouse Club March. Legacy March. Gonna play it for you in full. Hope you dig it. I sure do. I listen to it all the time. And if you like that song, go listen to the other songs we got on leallegacy.com under Leal Legacy Music. Got a bunch of songs up there now. Loads. Actually, I have more songs than I have posted to the sites because I'm still writing the blogs for each song, and I'm systematically posting those. But I think I have 3 of them up already, And I'm just going to keep going. Maybe eventually put them all out on a record, on a vinyl or something. I don't know. But I don't know. It's going to be fun. All fun stuff. If you're a Disney fan, you're really going to like it. It's not like overtly in your face Disney, but if you're a Disney fan, you're definitely going to feel where it's coming from. So anyway, that being said, leallegacy.com. Check it out. Thanks for being a member. What do I say? I need a good sign off. It used to be thanks for being a friend and telling a friend. Hey, do that though too. Tell your friends. Bring them in on this. See you real soon. I don't know. Hey, enjoy the song. It's our new anthem, Legacy March. Until next time, see ya.
Who's the leader of the pack? Bringing legacy to you. Legacy-C-L-U-B. It's true. Stand up, gear up, join the fight. We're as fierce as we can be. With grit and light, we claim the night. We're the legacy. Legacy Club. Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts, we're invincible. Legacy Club. We charge ahead, we don't look back, our spirits battle ready. Through storm and strife, we live for the fight, our resolve is steady. From dawn till dusk, we won't be hushed, our voices roar with might. Black and white, we own the night, we are legacy. Legacy Club, Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts, we're invincible. Legacy Club. Every stride, we're side by side, our bond will never break. In storm or sun, we are as one, our passion wide awake. The path we pave, the mark we say for all the world to see. Our legacy, our destiny, the mighty legacy. Legacy Club, Legacy Club.